Hey guys, it is Wise from Wise Tech here, and today we're going to be doing a budget PC build. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, this build has two parts you can go down. You can go down the Intel one, or you can go down the AMD one. I'll talk about the upsides and downsides to both. So the AMD one comes to 1,154, and the Intel one comes to about $1,131. So let's head over to the CPU. So I've gone with the AMD Ryzen 3 3100, clocked at 3.6 gigahertz, and it's a quad-core processor with 8 threads. Miraculously, PP Tech has more stock now at $203, which is actually quite good. This is a sale price and it's on special, so don't expect this one to last. Comes in at about $214 from Palladium PCs as well, and they apparently have it in stock. It's an okay CPU and is comparable to the i3 that I'll show you in 1 second. So you've got two options for the motherboard for the AMD one. You can go with the A520, and it's $125 from PB Tech, which is in stock, and it comes also from Palladium PCs, $133. The other option you can go with is the B550. It's $157 from PB Tech, which is not too bad. This board, the A520, comes with one 16x slot, two 8x slots, two RAM slots here, and 4 SATA. The B550 one comes with one 16x slot, one 8x slot, two RAM slots, and four SATA here. Oh, it's a two SATA here. And yeah, so not too bad of a board, but I'll tell you the reason why you go one or the other. The A520 is aimed at the budget gamer, and the B550 is aimed at the middle ground. I would personally recommend the B550 over the A520. The reason is because upgradability is much better on the B550, and quality is generally a little bit better on B550. Now that is yet to be seen with individual boards, but I'd personally recommend this because you'll be able to upgrade your CPU in the future much easier than if you went with the A520. For example, if you have the Ryzen 3 3100 now, and you find in about 2 years that your 3100 is not doing too well, and you have an A520, you might not be able to upgrade to all of the CPU options that they have in the future. The B550 has much more options and is much more flexible for the future. You'll have a few more options, which is a little bit better than going with the A520. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, and if you can stretch the budget another $30, then I'd highly recommend going for a B550 board. Now, here's the other part with Intel. So, this is the Intel i3 10100F, $147 from PB Tech, which is out of stock. Or, it's $169 from Playtech, which is in stock. You can go with the MSI H410 M-A Pro motherboard, and it comes in at about $140 from PC Force. This board has one 16x slot, and one 8x slot, and 4 SATA, and 2 RAM slots, which is not bad. So, upsides to Intel and downsides to AMD. So, upside to Intel is sometimes you can find them a little bit cheaper and actually in stock, which is not too bad. Compared to the AMD side, sometimes this guy goes in stock, out of stock. It's just been nuts with supply chain issues recently. But the other side, the upside to AMD, the downside to Intel, is the likelihood that you're going to be able to upgrade on an AMD motherboard compared to a Intel motherboard is much higher. So, for the future, Intel would not be as good as an AMD Ryzen system. An AMD Ryzen system will allow you to upgrade in the future generally. We are reaching the end of the Ryzen cycle in terms of upgradability parts, but you still will have more options than you will on the Intel side. These CPUs are very comparable in games. I found it's like a toss-up between the two, especially what type of GPU you go with. But I'd highly recommend going with Ryzen if you can stretch the budget a little bit more. If you can't, the i3 will be fine. Also, if you're looking for better CPUs, check out some of my other guides, and you'll be able to find some more advice in those as well compared to this one. So let's head over to the RAM. I've gone with the Kingston HyperX Fury 16 gigs, and it's clocked at 3200, which is great for Ryzen. Both CPUs actually, but especially great for Ryzen. So you're going to be able to get them at about $135 from PB Tech. I do believe on the Intel boards, 3200 doesn't actually run, as from memory, and something about that on the budget AMD boards. But I mean, for the price, 3200 will be fine, and if you need a upgrade in the future, these will also be pretty good. So they are RAM compatibility speed issues, but it will just run at the lowest speed if anything. So you'll be fine with 3200, especially because the 2666 ones are about $60 for one 8 GB stick. This one is only $15 more, and you get 3200. Might as well just go with the better one. So let's head over to the storage. We've gone with one SSD, one a Samsung 860 EVO 500 gig, $99 from First Wave, 103 from PBTech. Try it and test it. Have it in two of my PC builds right now that I use every day. Highly recommend this SSD. Never had any issues on it. Very, very good. Let's head over to the graphics card. So we've got two options here. We've got the Gigabyte Radeon RX 5500 XT 8 GB version, and we've got the MSI GTX 1660 Super 6 GB at $429 from First Wave. So the difference between them, they're very comparable in terms of performance. The 1660 Super does show a little bit better performance than the 5500 XT, which is good, but you're going to be spending more. These cards are very expensive, keep that in mind. You're going to be able to play probably at 1080p low on these cards, low to medium, and 900p, I'd say high to ultra on these cards pretty easily on most older or some of the newer AAA titles. Not all of them, but some. Yeah, so also keep in mind, as I said before, if I didn't say this, the newer parts are coming out. So the 3050 Ti should come out soon, and the 3050 should come out. So these guys will go down in price, and as well, those cards will be pretty decent for what they offer when they do come out at the end of February. So there's your two options for your graphics card, and we've gone with a different case this time. So let's head over to the case. We've gone with the Antec Dark Phantom DP301M Micro ATX Metal. It's a pretty decent case from what it looks like. Go check out the build quality in store. I've never felt it, to be honest. It just looks good. One fan, and looks like there's pretty decent airflow from the front if you need to put more because you will need to put more fans in there in the future if you need to upgrade any of these other parts. So yeah, about $89 from First Wave or $90 from PB Tech. Again, it's usually preference, and pretty cool case. Let's head over to the power supply. We've gone with Silverstone Stratus 650 watt, 80 plus gold certified, and it's a fully modular power supply, so quite future proof, and it's 650 watt. It's about $149 from PC Force, so that's where I'd usually pick it up from. Pretty good one. It's in two of my friends' PCs, and they've never had any issues. Very easy to build with, and the cables are quite decent in quality. So overall, again, comes to $1,154 on the AMD one, and $1,131 on the Intel system. Just remember, if you go with Intel, you won't have the upgradability, and if you do go with AMD Ryzen, then you will have that upgradability. One more thing for AMD Ryzen is I'd highly recommend picking a B550 board over an A520 board because of upgradability reasons and sometimes quality control. Yeah, so that about sums up the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you go check out wisetech.org for the latest post reviews and much more. I'll see you guys there at wisetech.org. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.